Welcome to the most heretical stream on the internet. I give you Wally1169.
Hello everyone, and welcome to the stream, and welcome back for Microtopia. Another nerd is here, claiming first, huzzah! And Graspin is here over there on YouTube. Welcome in, everybody. We're gonna jump in and just pick up more or less where we left off last time. I have already forgotten half of what we did, so we'll have to figure it out, but I think we were trying to beef up our army of ants on the main island, as we found the silly ant that was doing the larvae distribution had decided to get stuck again. So let's do that and take a look at where we're at with the other things, and then hopefully get some real production set up over on the jungle island so that we can use those resources for our nefarious purposes. Let's switch into this. So, unpause. Yeah, that's good. So, yeah, we have, these guys. This guy was stuck last time. It looks like it might be okay now. Hopefully. Let's grow those, get some ants on the bus here, and get some things moving. You are, oh, you're fixing up the, yep. That's what you do. You do you. I should probably tweak this some, too. Yeah, let's move this around. F this down here, I think. And then let's do this one over here. Careful. Careful. Alright, we'll do that. We'll do this. We could probably shrink some of these down. There. This can come down here someplace. This can come down here someplace. And then I can try to shrink these down again. Let's see. You are the... Oh, yeah, this one's got to come down too. You're the bypass. Okay, so let's figure this part out now. Spaghetti, spaghetti, spaghetti. Can't do that. Alright, put that back over there then. Move this one. That. Actually, this can go over here. Let's see. You. Batman, welcome in. You. See, that comes in. You've dropped off here. Then you go there. Check if you're empty, and then go old, and then come in here like this. Definitely simplify this mess a little bit. We'll go like that, maybe. Actually, I could even do this. Yeah, that'll work. You're late. And then that's the, this is the ants coming in. That's the old ants going out. Can probably be shrunk up a little bit, too. Here we go. Weren't aware you had a time to be here? Well, there you go. That's what you get for thinking. Alright, so we are doing this stuff now. We might need to add in... You're coming down there. You're going from over there. You're coming from over there, too. You're coming from that one. And you're coming from... Oh, yeah, that's the green one. We do have this. It's full. Can I do, like, a transfer moment here? I know this is also getting used for making these bulbs, but the fact that this is full and has ants working on it, and the other ones aren't and don't, I think this is probably better. To at least straighten things out temporarily. Touché. The wizard is never late. He arrives precisely when he intends to. Alright, so I think that's okay. We're working our way toward iron ants, and I think that's reliant upon this iron pile, which hopefully we're still collecting. Collecting concrete. Rubble, rather. Iron is full. Ooh. Okay, do I have another iron stockpile around here someplace? Yeah, here. Let's do, this. And that, which I shouldn't do, but I'm doing anyway. That way this can keep working, because We definitely need to finish mining this last 8 pieces here, at least. Batman is a wizard at posting memes. Yes, indeed. Posts a lot of memes. Oh, we should also do bridges over here someplace. But we might need to get through this mess first. Although, at that point, we might just come around. It might be fine. But we also need to transfer over some workers over here. Because the only workers that are getting over here right now are either the larvae that the flyers are bringing, the drones are bringing, or the drones, or the drones themselves. We definitely need more workers here. I think I turned this off, right? Yeah. Okay. Yep, we're mining iron again, so that's good. Okay. What else do we have that we might want to take a look at? This requires the yellow science we don't have. We have everything else over here. Here in the middle, we've got everything. Here, we need the digger ants yet, which also require yellow science. We have to wait on that. We could unlock resin and or diodes. We're getting low on science points anyway, or inventor points rather. So we'll need to wait on that. Ant launcher here needs 1 more point as well, so we have to wait on that. And iron workers are probably after iron pile. Just guessing. Energy storage. A storage unit that stores energy pods as pure energy. Some buildings require energy to operate. If so, they'll automatically take it from an energy storage within range. And the factory. The largest of the production building that features 3 inputs to accommodate recipes requiring 3 distinct ingredients. We haven't even gotten any 2-ingredient recipes yet, so I don't think we need that yet. Let's see, you have a sinus headache from hell? Oof. Deconstructor probably needs the diodes. Resin is probably needed for casings and then maybe slingers as well. But yeah, I think we need to get this iron thing finished is really what needs to happen. And for that, I need to stay out of the menu as screen and everything, I guess. So we should probably set up the same kind of transfer mechanism with the bridge across the bridge as we have going across here, because we're now at a safe point, I think, where we don't need very many extra drones. And in fact, what I think we need over here is probably going to be or very many extra grubs. I think what we might have to do now is focus this directly on the mining, as opposed to, and then just not and only have the light bulb workers in this area, rather than having the other folks in here. So maybe at least, I'm not sure entirely. Yeah, that's too full and it's a problem. But they've got this output, so it's fine. Would that be a problem? We're making or fixing pod workers there. That's fine. Pod workers can do all these jobs. Pod workers can do the collection jobs. Pod workers can do... the only big thing here is making small workers into large workers. But the only thing that's doing is just keeping them alive longer. So I think what we need to do is put the small guys into this. And then once the miners get aged out, run them through the recycler. So that we can recycle them, and then we'll bring in more grubs for that. Which means that the output of this should just be directly connected to this here. And that it shouldn't take any more than what we're using there, I think. We should move these guys over. And then probably don't even need this pulling these guys off of... pulling the flyers off of this line, because we're pulling in the pod workers from here already, so we probably don't need to pull the flyers off of this line at all anymore. Let's start with that idea. I already have a queue of miner ants. I do, yes, I do. And I shouldn't have very many of them, but for some reason I do. Because we have this thing that's measuring them. But I think it's just because that's how many got in the queue before the queue was registered. Maybe. We could pick up some of this glass, I guess. And we might have... enough here that we can't pick up all of it. And then if not, we can set another miner on that task. Yeah, we're already full. Alright. In that case, never mind. Iron. Yes. Copper. Got a miner on that. Should be fine. We also have this ridiculous amount of iron here. Or copper here. So, I think mining is okay right now. I would like to have a simpler way to handle this, but I just don't know how. I think what we need to do is have this guy's activity. This guy should also probably be fed. No, I keep this guy fed by a flyer just because. That way I don't zero out here. No, these guys should come in anyways. So I should reconnect this over there. These guys should have the filter, so they only provide the grubs when there's no miners in the queue. So we'll have to figure that part out. How I want to handle that is. I think the way to handle that is to adjust this, of course, and this, and put this production area in this area. I think. Come on. Alright, so let's disable this. And put you out on the bus. And we'll kind of shut down the mining. Wait. How did that drop down? Are we at 490 something? Or am I daft? Or do I need to have 500 in storage? What number did that say when we started? Oh, okay, it was 450, whatever. Okay. Oops. Oops. Either way, we don't need all these miners unless... Yeah. We used, or they all got olded. Could be either. Yeah, they used them or they got old. They probably got old. All he doesn't know is numbers. But we're definitely low on flyers, because we should have a larger fleet of them coming over here. So, is that just because we're having a hard time producing over here? Or are you stuck again? You're not stuck again. At least. The flyers are made from the workers. The workers are made from the small workers. Small workers are getting used in the mining job. Okay. Oh, and drones is not catching... Yeah, you're probably right. It's probably just a time thing. I need to wait and be patient. And wait for the little guys to age out. Wait for the big guys to age out, and then we'll get more drones. I think you're probably right. We are pulling drones into the recycler, right? Yes. As they age out. Definitely need to smelt more iron. So we're gonna build up and age out of that pretty soon. I do have that linked. No, I don't have that linked. Well, that could be part of the problem. Let's link that over here. Oopsie, I hit a key. There we go. We also have a huge pile of iron blocks there that need to get used as well. That's full, so I can't use it. Okay, the cutters are pretty much done cutting over here. We can remove this line. We have to move them to another base of operations pretty soon. These be cut? Yes. You can also cut across here if we're careful about what's adjacent to those. Yeah, these are starting to age out now. So we should be getting some bigger ones, and then those will age out after a little while, and then we'll get some flyers. And then things will be better. Totally. I should probably limit the production of these too in some way, but I'm not sure how I would want to do that. Unfortunately. Wow, that filled up already? That's obscene. Okay, here you go. Now, if only we could get more mining done. Well, I guess I should put a second iron miner in. I don't really have any miners, but... any in the queue, I mean. You're, small workers. We don't have any flyers, therefore we don't have any small workers. Yeah. Okay. Right. Well, what I could do... because I can take some of the not quite, yeah. Should. You stuck again? You're stuck again. Why are you getting stuck? I don't get why that's getting stuck. It's not stuck. Because it's got the light here, so it detects there's an ant there on the path. Why is it stuck? Can it not do that? No, you don't. I don't get it. Jeffifa. It won't do that? Why is Batman's mouse meatloaf? It only goes this way if this gate is reporting 2 ants over here. Workers meatloaf? I don't think so. We love meat and less music. Kelsamar, welcome in. It'll do anything for the hive, but it won't do that. Yeah, I get it. Alright. Anything for hive. Won't do that. Well, I don't want it higher than 2, though, because I wanted to count how many are in this loop and stop serving up grubs for dinner. Not going to do it while I'm watching, because that would be too easy. Although we also have to get the bus pretty full before it will fill up. If I wanted to test it better, I could probably turn this down to test it. When it sees 2, it goes on the track that stops it from moving. Well, I get that part, yes, but the question is why it stops it from moving, not that it stops it from moving. Also, maybe change this too, just as a theory. There it goes.
You're that nerd.
Yep, that's where it's stopping. Okay. So now what? Let's take that road out, because obviously that's a problem. And let's instead connect it to maybe like over here someplace. A little convoluted, but it also puts a time buffer in there. Okay, so it just didn't like that closed loop there, maybe with the gates and stuff connected to it. All right. Back up to 30 on that. Fixed it. Yep. Alrighty. Well, that solved that thing. Now, how are we doing on flyers? Can I swipe a couple more of these folks to make some more flyers out of them? Kinda nice. Even though they're not old enough yet, I could really use the later era to take you for a shortcut here. I could really use the later era stuff here rather than other. Iron's getting full there. That fabric is getting unloaded there. This fabric is getting unloaded there.
Nerd alert!
Nerd alert! Yeah, okay. Today's nerd shirt is channel gear. Huh? Oh, target landing pad is occupied. Why? Oh, that's not good. You're carrying a grub. Yeah. Poop. Because I'm not using the grubs anymore, but I should be. Well, then... Yep, I took him off grub duty because I thought I was going to be done with that shenanigans, but I thought I was going to move it over here. But we're going to need to because we need to finish the iron mining. So let's move them, these things, over here. Let's break this connection. And indeed, this connection as well. I don't think I need two of these. I think I can get by with just one of them. Maybe. Probably. Let's assume that I can. That. You can come over here someplace. I have a stockpile gate for the grubs. You know what? I probably don't. That's probably part of the problem here with the transporters. What I should do is change that, as you say, to have a... Well, let's do this first. Turn this off. That they stop delivering them over here. Let's, have you drop and head out. Have you drop and head out. Have you drop and head out. You drop. You get the idea. Get out. Alright, that at least gets them moving again. I'll have to do that again, though. I need to duplicate what we were the circuit we were just looking at, so that you only look at this here. Alright, so carry gate. Carry gate. Counter gate. 1, yep. These are tied together or a common. Into there. This goes away. We can probably push that over there somewhere. And then if it passes... Wait, no, I did that wrong. There. And then if it passes this, then they go to this thing. No, actually they go to this thing. And then they can go out and back around again. We can measure a carry gate here. Not carry. Not carry. Carry. And an old gate here. This will go back into something. We'll go into there. We'll need to have a counter gate here. And this should be... yeah, just one. Will that do it? We'll go in here. I have no idea. Let's see what it does. Yeah, might work. And you'll go there. You're going to prep a few, but it won't be too bad. I hope. Because we have a few things to mine anyways. I'm going to up the iron mine to 2. I think that's you. I checked, but yes, that's you. And you folks are stuck again. We can clear a few of you out of this disaster here. Good. Good. Okay, we've got 2 more left to clean up, and we should get those done as soon as you're done. Okay, good. That's working too. Once we have not any miners backed up. Okay, let's get back over here now, because this is going to be a problem. I need you to stop for a little while with this route. We're not carrying anything over there. We need to bring things back. We're not carrying anything over there because we need to do the stockpile gate for grubs. Clear this, clear that. So, after the divider will be a stockpile gate. That'll go here. If the stockpile gate is assigned over here to this one, and is less than 3, then they can proceed. If not, then they go back to there someplace. And then we can just do this with you right here. Oh, wait. No, I still need them to go over there. So that's not what I want to do with them. What I want to do with them is if it's... Okay. If it's empty, I want you to go this way. Straight in. If it is... Or if it's full, go straight in. If it's empty, then come here and get a grub and go in. I think. And it's full enough, so you just bypassed. Good. And that lets me have transport without pain. Much pain. You need to drop and go old. And we need to get rid of just a couple more grubs. Just manually get rid of a couple more grubs. 500 pieces of scrap iron. Nice. Alright, we'll take a look at what that unlocks as soon as I take a look at this thing. Is that going to be a problem? I hope not. Alright, let's take the iron mining back down again to 1. And that means you will stop. You just went old. That's fine. And this won't actually even take in another worker because it's detecting there's a miner on the queue there, which is even better than I could have hoped. Alright. So... And you're still bypassing because we still have too many grubs, which is good. We'll just have to make sure that it works out long term, but I think it will. Everybody's flying in here. Alright, tech tree. So now we can unlock Iron Worker Ant. There we go. Those are created in Assembler. They're an alternative to the regular worker that uses iron to arm its body. Combine a small worker with iron in an Assembler, rather than fusing 2 small workers. This approach can significantly boost your population, but demands a steady supply of iron. Well, I think I'm okay with that. I'm going to look at the fusion recipe here. Wait, that's not it. It's made in a assembler. Right, it said that. Let's grab an assembler and just make one. See? Not the grubs. Yes, the grubs. Assemble iron worker. So it needs iron cubes, which is fine. We have an abundance of that. So that stretches the worker load by quite a bit, I guess. I'm hoping to reduce the number of small and regular workers on the force here, though. And eventually take this, like we did over at the desert island, take this off and just make them into miners. And only have... light bulb guys? So he said that the small workers still. Still have to have the small workers. For that. Why are there still no light bulb guys over here? Is it because I didn't have any glass? And are they all just doing other jobs, or is it screwed up somehow? And or did they all go over here? Do I have a ridiculous number of them over here? Or what the hell happened? Oh no, I don't have any... I don't have any energy. That's not good. That kills off those workers. Those light bulb workers. That's not good. Oh, shit. That's not good at all.
Shoot.
No shit. And I'm borrowing a flyer. I can also take this loop out. Although we should be replenishing the bulb guys from over here, but I guess issue is... Actually, I'm not sure what the issue is exactly. Probably glass. The issue was glass. Kind of. The reason we're not replenishing them. Man, this game has more death spirals than Captive Ministry does. Holy crap. Build a Gyne cocoon. Alright. The hell's that at? No idea where that's at. I guess we have to unlock energy storage and factory. Diode and resin. So we should probably start trying to collect or start trying to get some science going again. We're gonna run out here pretty soon. How do the flyers look? Quite a few coming back and forth this way. Going on over here. We did collect up a bunch of green energy here, so we did get some workers in. I do need to upgrade these little guys, though, into big guys. We could also return to mining. Yeah, but I should put in the same circuit here, measuring the miners. Cast there. Carry gate. No, wait, counter gate first. And then carry gates times 2. Flip one of them. Link that. Measure this. Okay, that's good. And then this, let's have just 2 of them here. Actually, this should pull from the death loop, right? Yeah, should be pulling from the death loop also. Never put anybody on the older trail. The elder trail, I should say. Okay. And then I also need to pull off of here to put onto the elder trails. So you need a carry gate. Switch that to be defaulted to not carry. And then if you are... not carry, and you are old, and go this way. Like that. Okay. And then you're going to turn... maybe we do the ironworkers here. What else was I going to use this for, though? Oh, for pod workers. That's what I was going to make here. Well, was I going to make pod workers? Yes, because I was making light bulbs. I was going to make pod workers here. Maybe we just do that, then. That's the small guys, too. And I need another one of these assemblers. And that's going to need some products from the mainland. We ended up with 5 of them. When I had it set at 2 because of how the buffer works inside of that. You were probably already... oh, you have a grub. Okay, good. We'll eventually have to replace this with a grub measuring circuit as well. The death loop isn't going to do any good because I don't have a recycler here for the flyers. I guess the best thing I could do for the old flyers is try to get them back to the other landmass. So let's do that. If you are old and empty-handed, then I need a carry gate. If not carrying... and old, and I want you to go back to here. There we go. And see if you can make it back. You won't make it back, but if they catch it fast enough, they might just make it back before they explode. Might. Alright, let's let that happen. Ouch. Iron. Turn off. I guess turn off iron mining for a while. Although I should eventually do a stockpile gate here. Measuring that. Bada boom. Measuring that stockpile. And if it's full, then send them back to some sort of a buffer that I don't really have built here. Same thing for you. Same thing for you. Okay, I'm gonna need to have a separate... I'm gonna need to have 2 loops of energy. Because I'm starving out these guys in the process of... starving out the creation of those guys in the process of all of this. Can I do this cleverly? So you'll come back here instead of coming across here. Can I do a divider here? Going that way and that way. I have another stockpile here. You'll go into that one. You'll go into that one. And then have this come back this way. So that I can at least divvy up the storage here. And can I change that connection? No. Alright, fine. We'll go to this one over here. And change its target to that one instead. That way we have one stockpile, so 50% of the collection is going to go for making or maintaining the pod workers. And the other 50% will go for supplying the queen. Not my favorite solution. Oh, and you're already maxing out. Give me a couple more of these guys here. Why did they not go in there? Oh, I have them on a cast. Wait, why do I have them on a cast? Why do I have a cast gate there? No wonder. I want to not cast gate. No, do I care who goes in there? Why do I care who goes in there? Why did I care? Anybody know why I had a castigate there? Oh, the smalls can't collect pods. Okay, so I need to just change this to not smalls. That'll work. Okay, that's why. So I was doing the big guys because the little guys couldn't collect the pods. Gotcha. You're already old, just go. No wonder this died. Are you carrying a grub? No. That it's crabber? Do they all have that looking thing? Yeah, okay. Just daft. Although there's not much in the way of energy in some of these loops, but what are you going to do about that, I guess? If okay, I need to change this too. If their hands are empty coming back, if carry gate, if carrying, go that way. If not carrying, then go this way. That way you don't get counted. You prefer big liquid collecting energy from all the plants using carry gates to shorten? That might not be a bad idea. Changing that around. That way they don't go out one direction to find nothing. Also could include these guys in a loop. Multiple old gates along the path. Yeah. Feels like I don't have any flyers again. At least not many. Did they all die out for some reason again? Especially since those take an age to mature. Yeah. Yeah, the energy pods, yeah. Ooh, the Gynes cocoon, we unlocked it. Wait a minute, we unlocked it? What did that unlock? How did that unlock? Most recent important buildings in an ant colony where many kinds of ants can combine to create a large cocoon, resulting in an emergence of a new queen ready to fly and establish a new colony. Oh, that unlocked. Okay. Well then. Let's get this thing started. I don't know what I'm going to want to put it or what it's going to want to look like. We need 20 glass for that and 50 resin, which we do not have collected or made or whatever at all. So let's take a look at that recipe. That's going to need fabric and concrete. We have to have those things, so that's good. Now your mind will blow. I'm going to force these to regrow elsewhere. Oh, I have this pile of iron too. So we need the new production building. We actually have one of them over here somewhere. Where did I put that? Did I delete it? Oh well, I'll just make another one. Production facility. I deleted it. How do you know? And we need glass for that too. What's up with the glass? Why is glass not being transported? Might be time to unlock. I know. I assume I did it last time. I'm just giving you a hard time. The slinger, but I need casting first. I'm guessing. Why do I have two? New science points for the slinger? Yeah. Well, I see a problem. These are never getting selected. Pierce. Glass. Pods. This is not going super duper well. Alright, we're going to rebuild this. You go there. You go there. You go there. And delete the crap out of these things. Actually, let's do big eraser. There we go. All of that. Now we can do little eraser again. This one. This one, this one, this one, this one, this one. And then I can do this. Let's see, that one too. Europe fruit thingy. Okay, let's go here, there, to here, to these guys over here. Back in here. Oh, I missed one. Here, to there, here, here, back in, again. Over here. New science points for slinger. Wizard hat from another nerd. There we are. You can go through here, maybe go that way and then come back again. Go that way. And then we'll go back again. Back out to here. You're already covered. Come out this way. And then into there. And then come out to these guys. And back in through here. And then go like that. And then here, there, everywhere. There. Come out this way. Can I sneak through here? Probably not. Then back in through here. Catch that one. Catch all of these guys here. Catch that. Go around this way. Here. Come into this area. Go around here. Loop the loop. And then go back through this way. Here. There. 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 And holy F. Okay. And then we come back. We can come back with a null into this point here. Now we need carry gates and bypass all this crap. You all can wander off in that direction though to get out of my face. Out of my face. Okay. Carry, and it's set for not carry, or set for carry by default now. And I'll let them come out this way, and then lots of carry gates. Yeah, definitely gonna want to grab a carry gate here. We could grab one like here. Let's grab one in this area. And then again, might as well come all the way down to here. Grab this one here. We'll grab one here before they get too far, too carried away, pun intended. Grab this one, grab it here. And, before they do this ridiculousness, let's go here. Let's also grab one off of this. That disaster area, I think we'll grab around in here. We can also grab one off of here before they go into this loop. And then from there, I guess we could grab one like here. And then we can do some null gates. So, or some null path. So you'll come down this way. We're going to go into there. Because that's where the decision is made about whether you're still carrying material or not. You can connect to that. You can come on down this way. You can cut across to there. You two can do this and then cut across to there. This one here can join in. Oh, I got this one here too. This one here can join with this one, or this one can join with that one, or whatever. I come down through here someplace. This one here needs to do this. And then these ones can just shortcut this way. Is that everybody? Everybody got that? Alright, and then we need some elders. I don't need as many elders. But I should definitely do one, say maybe right around in here before they go back into this area. So let's do a carry again. This time if not carrying. Old gate. There. And then let's do another one here around the same thing. That's if they're carrying. This can be if they're not carrying. And old. Although then I technically don't even need that. Yeah, I don't even need that. Excellent. Old here. Two of them is probably fine. Where's the other one at? Right there. You're carrying, so we'll see the carry gate here work, in theory. Yes. Okay, good. Found some energy. Good. You'll take a bypass there. You'll take a bypass there. Okay, why did I end up with two old gates here? Oopsie. I did the wrong thing. There we go. Alright. Because we have the one here too, so it's kind of like 3 spots along the whole loop. If they're carrying, then they're going to take the carry and drop off, and then they'll go out. And I think I need more here. Go up to 6. Yeah, it needs more ants. Well, it needed more ants anyway. Whether it was one long path or multiple short paths, it needed more ants anyway. Because we're trying to collect a lot of energy here. Drink it in. Because all the power plants is a lot easier to manage. I imagine. I like how the top of the stack is like a little pyramid shape. You also need to drop... We don't have an old gate here. Well, there's a problem. There's a problem. Give me... Nope. Give me... Carry gate. Not carrying. Here. There. Old gate. There. There. Alright, who else is going to have... So I fill up the huge stockpiles? That's a real pyramid? Oh boy. Yeah, you should really have a stockpile gate. And so should you, actually. We'll just do them both. Assign to stockpile. This one. Less than 60. And then we do a counter. And we need to do a bypass. And then we do a stockpile gate again. Here. Bypass. This one. 60. Night, nerd. Thanks for hanging out. Let's go with that option. We already had that for the iron, we just didn't have it for the copper and the glass. And that'll make life a little bit better, because I can eventually pick up all this crap and get rid of it. Alright, we should have 6 out there, and we do have a decent amount of energy built up, which is good. We have not claimed it all yet, which is also good. Eventually that could become a problem. Still making flyers, that's also good. How's this going? We've gotten a few pieces of glass in here. Hopefully we'll get some more. We're not really using grubs, so you're not heading out. That's fine too. Here, any progress being made? Slowly. We just need 5 more fabric here. Oh yeah, glass is a problem. Wait a minute. What's the cutters that can't... The small ones can't do? These small ones can forage just fine. It's the cutting they can't do. And why did I have that set that way out here? This is forage. Or they can't, maybe they can't forage. Do they not forage the green? Why did I have the cast filter there? cutting that they can't do. It's not the foraging. Right? Yeah. It's the cutting that the little guys can't do. Speaking of which, we have... Oh, we don't have a problem yet. No, the small workers can forage just fine. It says that on their... What's the worker? Hauling, foraging, and plant cutting. And the littlest guys here, hauling and foraging. The large workers? No, I had it set to only allow the large workers. And I changed it to not allow the small ones. But I don't think I need a cast gate here. I think I just need the counter gate here. I don't care who comes in here. I mean, practically speaking, that's all I'm going to have now is the light bulb guys, but I don't know why I had this to begin with. Uh-oh. I goofed that up now. Yes, it did. Yes, it did. There we go. Fix that. Yeah. The light bulb guys can. I mean, they're doing it right now. Hauling, foraging, and plant cutting. And the regular workers can as well. These guys. The worker ants. Hauling, foraging, and plant cutting. Flyers can't do plant cutting. But anybody can forage. I don't know. Alright, we need to get resin going. We were starting to work on that when I got distracted. Oh, we need the glass for that too. That's right. Let's do this. Oh no. What are you trying to store that we can't fit anywhere? Bolts? Plates? Bolts. Yeah, bolts. Give me a storage. Oh, one's fine, actually. Or bolts. And then we'll rebuild the thing. Like that. Okay, the flyers are around the bus. Do you want them going in? That could be. Alright, so we have one of these, which is all I wanted to for now. I need to move it out a little bit, though. And we need to connect that to two of these things. How does that work, though? I just have to have two loops, I guess? Talon, welcome in. That could be, yep. Anybody? Can I forage? Greg? Jeff? Let's see. Fabric and concrete. Fabric and concrete. Here's concrete. Let's Z that over here. And then fabric is this one. Yeah, do that over here. But I need to have two separate loops here, I'm guessing. Just kind of annoying. So one of them goes like that, the other one goes like that, I guess. So you'll go from, well, I guess you gotta have this too. I should really put those closer. Further in. 1 and 1. You'll go there. You'll go there. Either of them could go to the stockpile, though. So we need to make sure we accommodate that. So that means that they'll each have to have a stockpile connector. Like that. And then you'll go to this one. And you'll go to this one. This will be set for resin. Only. And then after you're done here... Wait, I screwed that up. Screwed it up. Nope, nope. This goes here. This goes here. After you're done with that, you've got to go through a pair of... Or each got to go through a carry gate. Would have probably been better if they were over here somewhere. And if you are not carrying, and then you are old, you're lost. If you are carrying, if you are not carrying and you are not old, then do that. I think. So then we need to have stockpile gate. That could be linked to this, less than 30, sure. And you can have a null back out to the bus there. And then from there, we do no, we just do 2 counters. That's fine. Counter gate here for 1. There for another. And then you'll go there. Oh, we got another Gynes flight here. Upshield flight 10. And then this can go... that. If I did this right, there's 2 separate loops there. And immediately it went out, of course, because we're using it for building the thing. Good thumbnail. All right. Making progress. Now we just need a bunch of glass. Means we need a bunch of flyers, which means life. 48 to go. Yes. Well, but 2 in such a short time means that it'll be here before we know it. Definitely need to tweak these to do the stockpile gate on them. You're still kind of sorted here, Batman? Are you Greg? Can I move these? Yes, I can. That'll help, I think. Somewhat. Okay, this needs to get fixed or broken. 0 iron, 1 copper. No, let's just, yeah. 0 glass, 1 rubble. And that's also going to be a kind of a meh. Okay. Push these back a bit. Stockpile gates. Did I need to move this? Probably not. It lets me count multiple of them if I have. Yeah, it's fine. 1, 2, a 3, a 4. This is gonna have to move a bit. Maybe not that far, but a bit. And then we still need the counters in here. 1 of those. 0 of that, 1 of that, 0 of that. This is linked to the iron stockpile here. If it contains less than 60, let's go 80, that's half. Less than half full, then mine some more. This here, assigned to this one. I hope, yeah. Less than 80 again. This here, assigned to that one. Less than 80. And this one, less than 80. Actually, I'm going to do an escape route for this one. So instead of going back in here, you're going to go back out onto the line. Wait, why is that not counting? Because I didn't have that closed loop. Alright, well, that's not going to work then. That's interesting. But okay, I'll take it. I'll leave it here. Once it ages out, then it can leave. So I can actually set this to 1. Set this to 1. Because they won't go in there until they need to. Like this one here is full. If you drop, come through here and work on glass for a minute. Just so that we don't have you getting stuck there. Yeah, you can work on glass till you die in a little bit. You die. No. This? There? Oh, yes, right, it is full. Can I just do that and you'll go over there? Yes. Okay. Guess we're saving up some energy here. That's good to see. Stability coming to town. Still don't have enough workers over here yet, though. Stockpile gate here? I don't. Okay. This is 1. Back that up a little bit. But do the same thing here. Stockpile gate first. And then the counter gate 1. You'll be assigned to this one. And again, we'll just do 80. Once you're going there. Once you're going there. You're a miner. And I don't have anywhere else for miners to go, so I guess stay in there. Just stay in there. That's fine. We're using the concrete now anyways, so it should be okay. Although there's plenty of rubble laying around here. Alright, and we now have 17 and 13 glass. Definitely need that glass to be flying better. I guess maybe I should change this to be an assembler, making the iron ones. I think that might be smart. Maybe. Maybe. The issue I have with that is that I'm using iron to make ants rather than... well, rather than energy, I guess. But we gotta keep her sort of fed anyway, just to have the population limit. I'm not sure. What are your thoughts on iron versus just combined workers? And we need to get science going again. Wait a bit longer to make a judgment? Alright. I mean, on one hand, we got a ridiculous amount of iron around here. All these mining sites we haven't even touched yet. On the other hand, like... yeah. I'll wait. You've convinced me. You wait. You're still alive over here, huh? They do live a long time, so that makes sense. What are we still needing over here? Anything? Should need grubs. We don't have a flyer working the grub work here, but we should when they bring a grub in, which they are actually doing right now. You should get recruited to work the grubs. Otherwise, everything else is done, which means we built the last thing we tried to build, which is this. So we need to get this going. You can definitely plug into that. Wait, why did you not work? Not carry. 1. Why did that not stay? Here comes another one. Okay, you stayed. Maybe you got old real fast? That could be, I guess. Maybe it went through and got old and pulled itself off of the path. We'll hope that was the case. Okay, back to work. We did get a miner, so maybe. Eventually I should have some kind of a stockpile thing here, but I don't even know how the hell to do that math. Okay, let's get this going. You need to have light bulbs, so we'll do a Z on that one. And then I can bring this in a little bit tighter, I think. We need to have small guys, preferably old small guys. I don't have any old gates on any of this stuff. Oopsie. There's half my problem. Large stock posting on the concrete and small for the glass and gold? Yeah, probably should. But it's iron and copper, right? Okay, so this is going to take cast from here. And you're going to be small workers, right? Small workers, right? I'll do a stockpile gate here too. Assigned to this one. If greater than 5, then we'll make a new one of these guys. And then a counter gate just to make sure we only have one there. You'll need bypasses back out again. Like that. And then this will do an elder trail there. And we do a cast gate here for the pod workers empty. And we do an elder trail into there. And then these can go back out onto the main trail. No problem. Right? Think so? Alright, so let's F this. F that. F that. Put one of these here. One of them there. You'll be iron. You'll be Kappa. You can do this again. And then we can reconnect this to that. And you can go in here. And your friend here can reconnect into that. Looks right. Okay, good. Yeah, you keep leaving. Must be aging out. Ah, good. Upgrade time. Yeah, glass is going to be kind of in short supply here. Unless we fly it over. So it'll be good to have that limited. Yeah, they must just be aging out. They don't last super duper long, so maybe. Maybe. That was a little old. What if I should have an old gate here too? We can't be carrying here, so this should be fine just to do that. And then do that, like that. Just in case they get stuck in this loop for a while, and they age out. You always feel glass is always in limited supply? Well, yeah, I mean, we do have the ability to mine it, especially here, but there isn't that much here to mine, so... And all these miners are gonna buffer out as well, basically. I'm not still bringing in this fabric, am I? No, because we have plenty, because we have all of this now. From the flyers. I guess I should leave here just in case. I mean, we're not bringing it in. We don't have a dispenser dispensing it over there, but just in case we need it again in the future. I guess. Wouldn't hurt. How's it going with the energy over here? Much better. Thank you, Grasping, for the tip. How's it going with this part? You're still short on pod workers, or workers in general, because we're not making enough pods. And why are we not making enough pods? Because we don't have enough light bulbs. Because we don't have enough glass. Because somebody's using all the glass for this, or had been using all the glass for this. Now we should be able to start turning it into light bulbs again, which we are doing. That's good. We still need just another 4 resin, so that's also good. And we are making resin at a reasonably fast pace here. This will get even worse if I want more than one of these and I want to try to do dividers or something. That'll be a nightmare. But hopefully we can come up with a different design at some point, maybe when we do the grid, and we'll be in a better place for that. You, my friend, need to gather from there. And from there. I would do a carry gate there, but it's not that big of a deal. Ah, 99%. Last resin. Then we can see what the hell this thing does. It'll blow my mind, according to Graspian. Complete. To make a gyne, you first need to make a princess. This is an ant that can grow into a gyne in the gyne cocoon. Create a princess in a combiner. Place her in the gyne cocoon. Alright, well this is the gyne cocoon. Making the lesser gyne, I guess. Princess, 15 workers. 15 iron workers. Oh, they're different, okay. Pod workers of both types and drones. Holy crap. Well, first thing I need is a combiner. We know that because we read the thing. Make a princess. And that's a drone plus an inventor. Ugh. Okay. Now it gets complicated. It's been easy too so far. Ugh. Anything else I need to take from here before we do that part? No. Does the inventor have to be full, or is it just an inventor? It doesn't matter. Okay. So we need to start making inventors again, which we will need for science anyway. How the hell would you automate this? Like... There's only one input port. It needs to have 6 different types of ants in there. In different amounts. What will happen if I try to run the second princess into here? Will she gum the works up, or will she loop back around? Well, wait. You can't measure what's already in this. These are attachment nodes, so you can't have more than one. They have to connect directly to it. You can't do the adjacency thing like we've been doing, like we did with this. How do you automate this then? I don't know that I have the tools to automate this. I mean, I can do it manually, and I probably will feed them in manually, but... And at least for this instinct, we just have to feed the princess in here. We don't do anything else with it. But we need to make inventors again, so let's make inventors again to start with, because we need to do the science anyways. We need to do all the things anyway. I think I'm going to take them... This loop driver here off of there. We'll just do a counter gate on that. one, please. I'm going to do the measurement system here, I think. So if you detect any dudes up there, that and this. Best to keep the ants in separate loops and take them and upgrade them as you need for making Gynes. Yes, I get that part. But then you still have to do the counting of them and the taking of them manually. You can't automate that at all. So I don't like that. In an automation game, you should be able to automate everything. And you can't. Timer gates are flawed. Because unless you can guarantee that you will have exactly that many ants being produced of that type at all times, timer gates are flawed. You got to be able to measure what's in the building to know if you want to provide that specific cast of ant. Let's just do counter gate. Yeah. It's not necessarily the how best to deal with it. It's the fact that you can't deal with it the way that you should be able to deal with it. And that's the part that bothers me about some automation games, is that they try to be too clever and they end up hurting themselves in the process. So it's science time again. We'll want to have one of them and a flyer for this. Just put this here. Steal a flyer. Actually, I could steal this flyer right now. But yeah, in my opinion, an automation game should be able to automate everything, without the room for error. I guess you got to go over here. Like a math problem takes so many ants to make worker ants. Yeah, but I get it. But you also don't necessarily want to produce them at, I guess in that case you have to produce them at a dedicated rate. Alright, we're creating the princess now. I guess I could link this, or maybe with the null one. So you'd have to make them at a dedicated loop, which means you'd have to be able to make all the basic ants from the grubs, and then convert X amount of them into workers, into iron workers, into pods, and then feed the pods. Yeah. And at that point, That's too complicated. Like, that amount of effort is just too... It's not fun to me, I guess, to do all of that crazy loop balancing. Alright, we get a queen. Or a princess, rather. Now we gotta feed everybody else in. We're gonna need to have some green energy, then, in order to make some pod workers, too, here on this landmass. We'll want to get that in here at some point. How long do these last again? 10 minutes. I am already. Not on this landmass, I'm not. I'm getting the green energy, and yes, but I'm not making the pod workers out of it. Right. I just have to split it off from what the queen's got and try to make those workers. But at the moment, the queen's taken all of it immediately. Yeah, and flying it in from the jungle island makes more sense. Yep. I should do that for the queen anyway. And I'm intending to do that. I was just waiting for production to get a little bit better. Which it is now. I should... Next tech for higher pods. I should change this. That I only do this if I need more people on the loop. So let's do break this. Let's do carry gates again. The pair of carry gates. Wait. Negate that one. Do this. Do this. Do that. Measure from here to there. And then this, if there's 8, maybe, on the loop for right now. Stop allowing in a worker here. And that way we've got a bit of a buffer. The next tech for higher pods. I saw that. There's the pod worker ants. We have to have it by then. Tier 2 inventor. Energy pod 2. Here it is. Yeah. Somewhere after energy storage. And then energy usage. Oh, we can beacon our ants? Interesting. Alright. Definitely going to want to fly in this stuff first, though. So, this is the outbound. Push this back a bit. Let's take a one of these. And let's take a one of these. And load them up on the way back. Here comes one now. An old guy, so I don't know if it'll make it back, but we'll see. Got a minute to make it back. Think you can do it? Bypass on the counter gate. This? Oh, you're right, I did. Yep. You go that way. Good catch. Wait, no. No, there doesn't need to be one there. It was right. The bypass for the counter gate is right here. There doesn't need to be a bypass here because this will always either pass or fail. So this is a true, not true thing. So it'll always pull from here. Always pull here, I should say. Stockpile gate for the energy pods? Yeah, probably not a bad idea. And I can eventually stop sending them from here, but for now, yep. Wait, not there. Not there, over here. I guess I gotta set this thing up first, don't I? So let's make that back to this. We do stockpile gate here. Number 1 there, and then a null back to there. This gets assigned to stockpile over here, I think. Yeah. The stockpile contains less than 120, 3/4 full. And now I just need more freaking flyers. And I'm using all my these guys. Why are you not counting? You should be counting that. Why is this not working here? Set to 1. It should be set to 1. Definitely reading those guys. Let's break this. Yeah, back off. There and there. Let's do a null here. And then the counters into these things. And then if I do the null from here to here. Okay, I think that'll do it now. It might not have been properly linked in before. Pop, pop. What are you linked to energy-wise? Over there? Yeah, I don't think that I want to do that either. Hey, Marshall, welcome in. We have that whole field, too. It might be worth giving them their own dedicated field. Supply. The scientists. For now, I'm going to do this. And this. Give them a second one. Good, so you'll stop now. I might not have had that connected in properly or something. A little hard to tell. Got an old one here just about to die. Afraid of that. A couple old ones about to die. I don't have an old gate here either. Oops. I guess I should recycle the inventors, right? Assuming I can scrap them. Yeah. I don't know what they'll yield, but I guess we could scrap them. And they died. They shouldn't die, though. These ones should be the ones that die, as the ones up on the thing. But I just put them in out of order. It should be fine going forward. Let's, reverse this, too. And to be a princess? Oh, yeah, duh. Although, yeah, because it'll hold one. Yep. Let's do that. It'll hold one in perpetuity. As long as you make it there in time. Walk a little faster. A little faster. There we go. Or will it live there in perpetuity? I guess it will. We'll find out in about 20 seconds. Yeah, looks like it lives forever. So, we're going to leave this here, though. We've accomplished pretty much what I wanted to accomplish. Where you sit at again? 30? Good. We accomplished what we pretty much wanted to accomplish today, which was making some progress. We'll need to give some more effort on maybe trying to automate this, although... And then, but we're definitely going to want to feed them in manually, which may take a little bit of work and time to get all the right ones at all the right places. And we definitely need more flyers, so we should try to focus on getting more ants up to the level of flyers. Even if that means, again, stealing some more workers and other folks off of the main line like this, just to make them into flyers a bit faster. So we'll play that out, see how that goes. But for now, I think we'll leave this here, and we will pick this up again next time. Figure out what we can do to automate more things. Yeah, you were mentioning the apnea thing yesterday, I think, weren't you, Marshall? Or on Sunday, I think. But of course, yeah, you're fighting a cold. You probably picked it up while you were getting the test done. That's how this works. Let's raid Mr. Taco. It's been a minute since last time we raided him. He's playing Oxygen Not Included, so stick around for that raid so that you can be counted. Yeah, send it to me, Grassbean, and I'll see how much of it I get to watch. Check out the YouTube if you aren't already over there, because if you're not already over there, you're missing content. And then also come to Discord, hang out with us, share memes, talk about games and technology, and all the things. See, Mr. Taco, there he is. So, yeah, thank you all for coming tonight. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for chatting, redeeming, and we'll see you all again on Thursday for some more Microtopia. Have a good one. Bye for now.